What's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the 10-star KIZUNA Clash with my one team versus all fully boosted team that I was rocking until honestly about level 95 of this particular KIZUNA Clash, and the team looks a little bit like this. This was a one team versus all. It is fully boosted. We are running double Kaido, Kanjuro, Orochi, the Orochi's Onubanchu, the Kuchimagugu guy, and Marco. Funny enough, Marco is a really good addition to this particular team. Marco from the Prime Bid batch, he gets cooldowns on every single stage, plus he has access to the Whitebeard support. He removes paralysis and defense up, but it's also base stats, and I'll show you guys why he was so good for this particular team when we sort of get to where we need to be. But in today's video, I really want to focus on how powerful Kaido is. Honestly, Kaido has, like, very quickly become a top 3 legend for me. What he brings to his teams is absolutely insane. He has end of turn damage that can get around resilience. He has barrier removal with his tapping with Wano orbs. He can apply ignite. He can apply additional damage taken. He is a monstrous conditional boost to a condition that he can very easily get with his Super EX. He has great cooldowns. He has great power. He's just a phenomenal unit. All around, this unit is exactly what I wanted Super Tandem Kaido to be. Just without any of the negative factors of needing a tandem orb and particular characters on the team to trigger that super tandem effect. The rush of this Kaido is so friggin' good as well. And just allowing you to get the rush and the Super X by having particular units is very easy to do, because Big Mom is actually such a prominent force in this particular game as well. So, as you guys can see on the final stage here, we were utilizing we used the Marco special to remove paralysis on stage 2. We used Kaido to wave clear that. On the final stage, against the strength variation, you can't use color affinity. But as long as you ignite, you are going to get a 5 times multiplier to Wano slots. And as you guys will see here, after we activate the rush of Kaido, we just do so much damage. Like, Kaido's rush is very reminiscent of Sanji's, and it just does so much damage. As you can see there's no issues killing Yamato whatsoever. We still had 2 units in the bag to actually hit with, and it actually worked very nicely. So Kaido he's just a demon. He's just an absolute demon. He hits hard. He has 1.5 times HP, so he has a lot of HP as well, which is very good for his rush ability, where you need 20,000 HP per tap, so that way you can just get that massive multiplier to strength and powerhouse as well. One downside that I do find to Kaido is he doesn't have any driven buffs in his kit. I think if he boosts driven as well, would kind of make him incredibly overpowered. But would make him very much better than what he actually is too. So let's move on to Int now. And as you can see, we are utilizing the support of Whitebeard and Ulti. That's going to help out on the final variation. But for this variation, I do need to stall 1 turn. Now, this 10-star KIZUNA, I do want to preface, is probably one of the most annoying that we've ever seen. But that comes with good reason, because like Kaido is just so powerful. Plus Orochi is very unique, we'll call him. I like to call him Pooh, but he's very unique. Kaido just has so much damage output that they tried to make it different on every single stage, where you just need to bring a different unit for that bottom slot. But what I tended to do on this particular variation against Luffy, who puts up damage reduction, I actually just tap with one of my Kaidos to apply the Ignite ability, and then you do a monster 3.6 million, I believe, burn damage to Luffy. On turn 2, Luffy puts up defense up, which Marco can actually get rid of. This kind of fell into my lap. I didn't actually intend for this to happen, and I just thought it was incredibly valuable seeing Marco actually remove that defense up, because when you move to the final stage on this variation, you get super block orbs on your top row, so you really want to keep those Wano slots, and as you can see, we can actually kill with just tapping with the bottom 4 units, thanks to the end of turn damage of Kaido, thanks to the burn, and thanks to his special giving a massive orb buff at 3 times with Wano slots, a massive 3 times conditional because he's captain, and that way you can actually just kill through the damage reduction, which is phenomenal. On the final stage here, we have attack down, and there's, I believe, threshold as well, or there's more damage reduction, sorry. The Fukigibogo dude, he takes care of this entire stage. Orochi is going to give us color affinity and some matching, and attack and orb boost. Kanjuro is actually going to increase that, and the strength variation, the dex variation for the strength team. Oh no, this isn't actually the dex variation. We just got lucky, and she actually turned into dex. So that way she's actually just going to melt. getting through barriers as well with Wano Orbs as captain is just so phenomenal. Running 2 Kaidos is so valuable as well because of that ability. To remove 2 turns of barriers just by tapping with Wano slots, applying Ignite, having increased damage taken with his Super EX that goes through full immunity that he increases. He applies it when you take damage. Like, Kaido does, very reminiscent to Nami actually. Kaido does so much for his team that is so unique in the sense that no one else in the game really does what he can do. And the units that can are so unique and few and far between, that having one character like Kaido do everything that he's doing for his team, it's just so good. Like, it's so good. So freaking good. On to the final variation, the Dex variation now. Obviously, we are running a majority strength team, pretty much a whole strength team. This particular run is very, very easy because we have a lot of type advantage. The Orochi and Fukigabogo are super effective against all types, but obviously against strength you can't use type advantage. However, Kaido and Kanjuro actually aren't super effective against all types. So running the Dex variation was super easy because we had 2 extra units hitting with type advantage. Kaido's end turn damage actually just makes like stuff very, very easy as well in terms of farming. Just sort of tapping that first stage and not having to like tap multiple times does seem very lazy. However, when you're doing stuff and playing this game, like just having that single tap and just letting the end turn damage do its thing, like while you're trying to do your day-to-day life, is just so valuable. Kid on this this variation on stage 2 gives you Despair, but the supports of Whitebeard and Ulti actually take care of that. And because we don't have to use the Marco special here, we actually can save him for the final stage. Saving him for the final stage means we get a base stat boost, which means that Kanjuro, Kanjuro gets his final tap. I couldn't find a way to get Ignite, except I did obviously tweak these teams to be singular. If you guys want to see that particular video, let me know in the comment section below and I'll upload that. But I really just wanted to, you know, blow Kaido's horn, pause, hit the pause button stump. I really wanted to just sort of, put some emphasis on how powerful this unit actually is. I don't think he's underrated. I just don't think enough people are talking about him. With the Gear 5 release, everyone sort of honed in on that, and rightfully so. The Gear 5 combination is insane, but you can't scoff and you can't overlook at what this particular Kaido is doing, because he is so goddamn strong. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.